So smartwatches under 5,000. You guys were asking a lot about it, and seriously, if you go on YouTube and just search smartwatches, there are a lot of new smartwatches. Like, we went to look into new smartwatch releases, and then there's Noise Fit, Ultra 2, Colourfit Ultra 2, Tagg Verve Neo, Pebble Leap, Boat Mercury Watch, Realme Watch 2 Pro, Noise Fit Evolve 2, the Dizo Watch R, Noise Colourfit Pulse. So we bought all the popular smartwatches from Amazon and Flipkart, and I'll tell you which one's the best and which one's the worst, and you should totally not waste your money on it. So this is Pratik, you're already watching TechWiser, and if this is your first smartwatch or the first time on this channel, doesn't matter, subscribe to stay wiser, please. So if this is your first smartwatch, this is what you get in the box. You get the smartwatch itself, a charging cable which is proprietary. All smartwatches have proprietary chargers, so if you lose this cable, and if you have a popular smartwatch, you can get a replacement cable on Amazon for 300-400 rupees. Additionally, you get lots of paperwork, and if you're lucky and you happen to buy Tagg products, oh yes, you can get rewards up to 9,500 INR. Seriously? Like, do people still fall for these schemes? Like, I mean, the watch costs 2,000 rupees, and why would the company give you back 9,500 INR? Anyways, on the note of Tagg, let's start with watches to avoid and what to buy. So while we were done shooting this video, we received the Dizo Watch R. So now the Dizo Watch R costs 3,499, and during this sale, if you add card discounts, the price can be much cheaper. And at that price, you get an AMOLED display, always on display, metallic build, 12-day battery life, SPO2, everything. And now if you're looking for a good looking watch, the Dizo Watch R is a good option. See here, you get a lot of watch faces in the app. The bezel is a lot bigger, but most of the watch faces are black, and in day-to-day life, you wouldn't care much about it. Also, the outdoor brightness was pretty good. Now, you can only view notifications on the watch, and a lot of people on YouTube and Amazon were complaining that the watch gets stuck when you receive notifications in Hindi text. Well, they have pushed an update, and as of now, if you send notifications in Hindi text, the text is not displayed, but the watch doesn't get stuck if you receive notifications in Hindi, English, or any other language. So even in normal usage, the menu is good, the watch is fluid. But a couple of things that I noticed with the Dizo Watch R, see here during the sleep tracking, I actually got up at 10, but I was lying on the bed for about half an hour, and the Dizo Watch R counted that as sleep time. So the sleep accuracy can be improved with an update. Plus, you don't get connected GPS. So connected GPS is a basic feature wherein your watch can use your phone's GPS to track your routes. So the Dizo Watch R cannot do that. So overall, a good smartwatch, and it should be good for most of the people. But if you're someone who's looking for fitness and accuracy, there are better options in the market. Now, first of all, let's take Tagg Verve Neo. Now, I don't recommend it. Reason? We'll come to that. But the best thing about the watch is the display. It looks really good. Like, it's a TFT display, but it has 500 nits brightness. Even in bright sunlight, the display looks really good. Like, for 1,800 rupees, I would give it 10 out of 10 for looks. But if you look at the watch menu, it's very basic, not well thought out. And like, if you swipe here, you see heart rate. You can measure heart rate from here. But if you go to the main menu, there's no heart rate. Even if you look at the smartphone app, there are very few smartwatches, or in fact, very few good watch faces. And fitness, heart rate accuracy, SPO2 accuracy, we'll come to all of that in a moment. But as of now, apart from looks, I didn't like anything about the smartwatch. Now moving on to the next smartwatch, Boat's newly launched Boat Mercury. Now again, I don't recommend Boat Mercury. And this is very funny. First of all, this is a TFT display, which is okay for the price, but in bright outdoors you can hardly see anything. The display is not at all visible outdoors. Even the phone menu is not that polished. The UI kind of looks cartoonish. You cannot set alarms from the watch, which is okay, but leaving all of that aside, it can detect heart rate. And if I tie this watch to a banana and I start heart rate, hold on, it can detect heart rate of the banana. And it's continuous. And it's not just that. If you feel like it's the fruit, I'll keep the watch on the desk and then I'll start heart rate. See, it keeps on tracking continuous heart rate. Like, does this thing have a heart? Hello? It does the same for SPO2 temperature as well. And more funny thing, even the Tagg Verve Neo and the colourfit Pulse, all take SpO2 heart rate on the banana. So again, both Mercury, noise colourfit pulse, Tagg Verve Neo, not recommended from my end. If you want something cheap and good, Boat Extend is a very good smartwatch at 2,999. It also goes below 2,499, so that's a good option. It has a better LCD display, good menu system, inbuilt Alexa, etc. It's a much worthy buy. Next we have the Pebble Leap smartwatch. I mean, it is a rugged looking smartwatch. Personally, in school, I was a fan of Casio G-Shock smartwatches. So this Pebble one looks a lot like that and also similar to Amazfit Trex. But this is a lot cheaper at 3,999 INR. Now you will be like, how is this cheap? Well, it is IP68 waterproof, 10 days battery life. And you can not only receive calls on this watch, but you can also make calls from this smartwatch. So now, hold on. Let's see the mic and the speaker quality.
This call is now being recorded.
Oh, you're recording my call.
So, I'm calling you through this smartwatch. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the mic quality?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I will say 6.5 and maybe 7.
So, I can hear you loud and clear. The speaker on this smartwatch is really good. Like inside a room, it's 9 out of 10. Like I can hear you loud and clear.
That's nice to hear. Thank you.
No, your voice 3 out of 10. Smartwatch speaker 9 out of 10.
A lot of people are commenting on the videos. They want to see Mrinal on videos. They want to hear my voice, and you are saying that it's 3 out of 10.
So now I'm turning on the fan and let's see how good the audio quality or mic quality gets. Can you hear me better? Like,
There's no difference. There's no difference. I would still rate it 6.5 to 7.
So that was it for Bluetooth calling. You have to turn on
Calling from the watch and then you have to connect your phone to Audio PBL Leap. And then you can make and receive calls on the Pebble Leap. But it's a one-time process, the pairing. And yes, the watch is rugged, so you can maybe throw it a bit. It still works, it's quite durable. Overall, in my usage, I find the watch pretty decent and worth recommending it to specific people who like this kind of design. The heart rate, SpO2, step count, I tested it with alongside Apple Watch and they are fine. And it doesn't take heart rate of this table, so that's also there. My only con is the lift to wake is a bit slow as compared to other smartwatches in this list. And next up is the watch that I recommend the most, Realme Watch 2 Pro or Dizo Watch Pro. Now here, have a look. Both Realme Watch 2 Pro and Dizo Watch Pro both have the same TFT LCD display. Both are the exact same watches. And even if you look at the menu, it's the same. And even both the watches connect to the same Realme Link app on smartphone. The only difference is pricing. Dizo Watch Pro is priced at 3,799 and Realme Watch 2 Pro is priced at 4,999. For the same watch, there is a difference of 1,200 rupees. If everything's the same, then why different prices? Anyways, I would suggest saving the money and get the Dizo Watch Pro. It's the same exact watch from the same brand. In case you don't know, Dizo is owned by Realme. And now I love Dizo Watch Pro heart rate tracking. If you want to check here, it doesn't tell you banana's heart rate or even SpO2. Great. The animation in the menu is very smooth. You can, of course, only read notifications of the watch. You can only reject or mute calls. But Dizo Watch gives you the option to control other Realme products. Like here, have a look. I have this Realme Smart Plug and I can tap here. See, I can switch off the light just from the watch itself and even turn it back on. And not only Realme Plug, but if you have other Realme products like a Realme neckband or Realme TWS, you can control it from the Dizo Watch Pro itself. Also, Dizo Watch Pro might be the cheapest watch to have GPS inside it. So in case you don't carry your smartphone during your workout, see here, the Dizo Watch Pro can still get GPS signals. And it can still track my walk and even show it in the app, like here. Now, if you're someone who wants a round dial smartwatch, this is the next offering, NoiseFit Evolve 2, and Noise smartwatches weren't the best previously. First of all of them have a different app for different smartwatches. Now, I know the reason why, different vendor, but now these new generation of smartwatches are very good. First of all, it's one of the very few smartwatches to have AMOLED display as well as always on display. So you can always see the time without lifting your wrist. After all, the job of a watch is to show time. Now you can set either a digital or analog always on watch face. It can be done on the smartwatch itself. Now if you look at the menu, they have a calculator which I actually found it useful. I was using it. And then you can also monitor stocks. There's a separate stock section. Now you get 30 sports mode on NoiseFit Evolve 2 and 60 plus sports mode on Noise's latest smartwatch, Noise ColorFit Ultra 2. You can consider both the smartwatches to be almost the same. Only difference is this circular dial and this square dial on the Ultra. Both have metal build, similar straps, similar 7-day battery life, and if you use the always on display, the battery life drops to 3 days. Plus, the SpO2 sensor, heart rate sensor works on your hand and doesn't work on the table or a banana. And in terms of tracking, the Apple Watch Series 6 is the closest to the actual distance, whereas the NoiseFit Evolve was a bit below 1.6 km, whereas the NoiseFit Ultra was a bit above 1.6 km at 1.7. The NoiseFit Ultra was closest to the heart rate data to the Apple Watch 6. So the Noise ColorFit Ultra seems to be more accurate than NoiseFit Evolve 2. Now there's two small issues with the Noise Watch. This is the only smartwatch in this list that can reply to SMS and calls with a message. For 4,000 and 5,000, it's a really good feature. It comes really handy when you are in traffic or just driving. However, this only works on Android and not on iPhone. So iPhone people, remember, no noise. And Noise smartwatches allow mostly all third-party app notifications like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can fight in the comments as much as you want. Also, since they have always on display, there is no double tap to wake. See? So these are the small things which I observed when I used all these smartwatches for a week. So this is practical review rather than reading specs. Finally, my most recommended smartwatch from 2 to 3 years have been Amazfit Bip series. Two smartwatches from Amazfit, Amazfit Bip U and Amazfit Bip U Pro. Now, if you're into fitness, running like me, Amazfit has the best tracking in the entire smartwatch list under 5,000. It has the most well-designed menu and animations. For people who don't know, Amazfit is the company who used to make Mi Bands for Xiaomi. Now both Bip U and Bip U Pro come with an LCD display, but they are bright enough and visible outdoors. In case you are into cycling, I would recommend get the Bip U Pro. For everyone else, get Bip U. Bip U doesn't have GPS, but it works very well on all other tracking activities like running, walking, gym, etc. That should do the job. So I would recommend the Dizo Watch R for a circular dial. It is a good smartwatch at 3499 with AMOLED display and really good software. If you're looking for something premium at around 4,999, Noise ColorFit Ultra 2 is a good option. In case you have a lesser budget, Dizo Watch Pro at 3,799 is a good option. And if you want a smartwatch for fitness and tracking, get an Amazfit Bip U or Bip U Pro. Now, if you have a budget of 15k, here are some smartwatches that we recommend. On that note, like this video. This is Pradeep signing off. See ya pretty soon.
Sure. Also, by the way, to all the subscribers who are listening to this video now, in case you want to hear Mrinal's voice in real time, make sure this videos cross 5,000 likes and maybe we can do about it then.